Hello. Today's video is a hard one because I know that a lot of people are gonna get really defensive about this subject, especially right here where we live, but I'm just getting honest. So here it is. Sundays used to be the most stressful days in our lives. And it was because every Sunday I would get up and I would tell my family we got to go to church. And they would, not want to go, and the kids would want to play. My husband would be, slow and taking his time, and I'd be freaking out, cussing everybody out, really trying to control them, to make them, trying to scare them into going to church, because I felt like, I knew what was best, and that was something that we had to do. And what I've discovered now is there's nothing wrong with church. I'm not saying I won't ever attend a church service. We just don't attend regularly because there's no man, preacher, woman, man, that can interpret the word for me. And they give me what they believe it means, and that's beautiful. That's what you're called to do, and you love it. That's beautiful. But I feel like God speaks to each of us directly in as we'd say, like a quiet, still voice. So I'm at this place where I'm no longer looking into the world, even at church. Even church is the world. It's still outside of that connection. It's still, God can speak to us without us having to go there. If God says go to church, then go to church. You'll know. I'm not saying anybody shouldn't go or should go. I don't know what you should do. Only you know what you should do. Only God can speak to each of us in our own hearts and minds and give the answer. But for us and for myself, I just have this sense of freedom because there's nowhere I can go and I'm not in church. The church is within me, and the kingdom of heaven is what Jesus called it, but it's within us. And so I'm just continually restoring myself by checking in with this place and talking to God. And even if you don't believe in God, even if you are an atheist, there's a part of you that knows what to do. That's what I'm speaking to. That's what there's this part that we just know. Like, it doesn't take analyzing and figuring out. It's like this intuitive knowing. And so this video is scary for me because I do worry about what people think and judging me and damning me to hell. But I no longer need your approval. I'm not looking for the approval of anyone other than God. And so even if you believe I'm wrong, that's fine. That's perfect. But I know I used to go to church because it gave me a sense of maybe belonging. I don't know if that's a word, but almost like a superiority, that I knew something and I knew more than other people, and I had the right way and they were wrong. And I no longer see that way. It's like this Christ mind that that Christ has given me this peace in coming back to restoring myself there within Him. There's nowhere else to go. There's no one else to seek approval for. And that's scary because I've cared so much for so long. But there's also this profound peace in knowing that I'm with God. I hope that this message isn't really for anybody but for myself, to kind of just be honest about what has been happening within my life and how much peace I feel just to be able to share what's really going on within me, in spite of worrying what someone may think of me. But I'm not seeking their approval anymore. I don't need you to tell me what's okay. Y'all have a good one.